Hello everyone and welcome. Today we are creating this stunning statement drop waist dress. It's perfect for a night out or any special occasion. So let's gather our materials. For this you're going to need a non-stretch fabric like satin or silk or lightweight cotton, a sewing machine, some sewing pins, a hook and eye, a measuring tape, some washable fabric pens, an iron and some bias tape. So we'll start with the skirt. For this you'll need 4 pattern pieces, one for the front, one for the back, and 2 for the sides. Remember to cut each piece on the fold to create that beautiful swishy effect we're aiming for. These pieces will be quite large, but trust the process. Now let's assemble the skirt. We'll be working with the shortest edges, which we will call the side seams for now. Align the side seams of the side panel with the side seam of the front panel. Right sides together and pin them in place. We're going to sew this at a 1 cm seam allowance. You're going to repeat this process by attaching the other side panel to the back panel, and then again for the other 2 sides. So we're looking at the top edge of the skirt. That curved U shape needs to be gathered. You have 2 options. The first, you can use your sewing machine with the widest stitch setting, so 2 rows, one 1/2 centimeter in from the edge and then the other 1 centimeter in from the edge, without backstitching. Then gently pull the threads to gather the fabric. If your fabric is too thick, like mine, the second method is ideal. Use a hand sewing needle and thread to weave in and out along the edge. Then pull together. Adjust the gathers until the skirt fits perfectly with the bottom of the bodice pattern. Then to finish off the skirt, we're just going to do a hem. I'm doing a rolled hem, which means I'm going to fold it up 0.5 of a centimeter, so all along the edge, and then fold it up again at 1 centimeter, and then fold along the edge all around the outside. This gives a beautiful kind of hidden hem look. It's really good for really lightweight materials. So once this is all done and you're happy with your skirt, we're just going to set it aside for now. Next we will be cutting the bodice pieces. The only piece that's cut on the fold is the center front piece. Cut 2 of each of the remaining pieces, and if you need the bias binding, now is a good time to make it. You can refer to the link tutorial if needed. So the first step is to sew our princess seams. These are the 1/4 point seams that create the bodice's shape. So align the center front piece with the side front pieces, right sides together, and pin. Sew along the curved edge at a 1 centimeter seam allowance. Repeat this for the other side and then do the same for the back pieces. Once everything is sewn, you can press all the seams flat. On the back bodice, we'll add an invisible zipper. Align the zipper right side to right side of the center back seam. Use the invisible zipper foot to sew, ensuring the zipper is centered and it lies flat. I like to tack down the zipper before I run it through the machine just to make sure it doesn't shift while I'm trying to sew it. When you're done on both sides, you can press the zipper area flat. Okay, so we're going to assemble the bra cups. You should have 4 of each piece here. You should have 4 side pieces and 4 center pieces, 2 each for the front and then 2 each for the lining pieces. Align the front side piece with the front center piece right sides together and pin. You're going to sew along that curved line and repeat this for all 4 cups. Then sew the center front seam at a 1 cm seam allowance, fold and press. Clip the curved edges, fold and press for a smooth finish. So you should end up with 2 bra pieces, one for the front and then your lining piece. You're going to place these right sides together and pin along the M-shaped line. We're sewing this at a 1 cm seam allowance, but we're going to leave a small gap at the top of each triangle for the straps to slip into. You can trim the seam allowance to clip into the curved edges and then press it all flat. And then flip it inside out so that there's no raw edges on show. So now we're going to make our spaghetti straps. Using the bias binding, you're going to fold it in half to create a 1.5 cm strap. Press it flat to prevent shifting and sew along the open edge to close it. Take your time with this just to make sure that you're getting a straight seam. After you're all finished and it's pressed again, you can go ahead and cut that in half. So now we're going to go back to our back bodice and our facing pieces. You're going to sew the side facing piece to the center facing piece together along the short edge, and we're sewing that at a 1 cm seam allowance and press. Then we're going to fold in the raw edge at the center back line in by 1 cm and just press. There's no need to sew this, we will be sewing it later. Align the facing with the top edge of the back bodice and pin along the top. Sandwich the spaghetti strap ends between the back bodice and the facing at the princess seam. We're almost there. We're going to be sewing our side seams. So the first thing you're going to do is fold the facing over the front bodice, sandwiching the bra cups together. Pin the side seams, ensuring that all the notches align. Just take your time with this. I know it seems easy, but we are sewing on a curved line, so things can kind of get out of shape. Sew with a 1 cm seam allowance and then clip a triangle off at the top of the seam to reduce the bulk. Once you're done, you can flip the back over and you should have a nice smooth finish to the underarm. Now the fun part, let's try on our bodice. We're going to fit it on and just make any adjustments needed. If you need to take it in at the waist or at the hips, this is the time to do it. Just make sure you're taking it in evenly at each princess seam and in each side seam. So once that's perfect, you can bring the back straps around to the front, pinning it where it meets the top bodice. Cut the strap 1 cm below this point. You tuck it into the opening that we left in the front bodice. Once this is done, we're going to start top stitching all along the front. So right from where the facing meets the zip, all the way up, enclosing those straps and over to the other side of the zipper. So now we're going to pull our skirt back over and we're going to put it all together. So where we've got those princess seams, you're going to align them up and pin these points. I like to snip into the corner of the skirt pattern along these princess line seams just so that it aligns up more smoothly when we're running it through the machine. We're then going to pin the center front, the center back and the side seams and evenly distribute the gathers along the skirt edge. You can put lots of pins in this just to make sure it's all down correctly. Sometimes the gathers can be quite hard to see when you're sewing it through the machine. You're going to sew the skirt to the bodice with a 1 cm seam allowance. You can overlock or top stitch it for a neater finish. And we're here. We're done. This dress is one of my favorite dresses I've ever made. The only things we've left to do now are trim any loose threads and remove any tacking stitches. You can try on your dress and admire your beautiful creation. And now you're ready to go out and make a statement. So I just want to say thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and please share your creations. I really, really want to see them.